So, a little while back, I did a stream, um, and you guys said you wanted me to do more podcasty stuff. And I know some of you who didn't see this stream are probably, going to ask, like, holy shit, Moonhorse, you did a stream. Well, when are you going to do the next one? Well, let me describe the stream. First off, it was a fucking disaster. Everything that could go wrong did. My plan was I was gonna do a live stream of playing New Vegas and fucking around and talking to you guys. Well, my computers, two of them, God bless them, they tried their fucking hardest, but our internet is shit. And I talked to my buddy G-Man. Some of you might remember him because I talked about him in stories past. Fantastic guy. Really, really smart when it comes to tech. We had this conversation about that. I was like, how the fuck, everybody I know can stream. We have cable internet. Like, our internet should be fast. And it is fast. It uploads way faster than we were with shitty AT&T. Why the fuck, when I try to do all this, is it fucking shit? All my stuff is good. All my stuff is, like, new. And he's like, your router is new. Yeah. Your modem is new. Yeah. The lines in your house are less than 20 years old. Yeah, roughly, yeah. How old are the lines on the poles? Fuck. They haven't updated the infrastructure in this town since the 1970s. That explains a fucking lot. So, there probably won't be a lot of streams. And if there are, it'll be like... The only way I've found to make it work involves running a stream with no video. So it would be a stream of just some art and me talking. I am beyond pissed about that, to be honest with you. I really am. I really wanted to play video games with you guys, like, live. Like, I could still make videos, and I am going to make videos, but I really wanted to be able to, like, hang out, play video games, goof off, and talk with all of you. But when you live in the middle of fucking nowhere, I guess that's fucking life. So, yeah, there probably won't be a lot of streams. And I'm sorry about that. I really am. I had so much fun hanging out with you guys during that stream. I streamed for like 2 hours. Just to see, how well my internet would work and how goofy shit would be. And, yeah, the only way it works is if there's no video and it's just audio. Which I guess is not much different than, what I'm doing now. But still, it's kind of bullshit, So, I'm going to start doing these little podcasty things since I can't stream very often. And you guys really like it. That stream really helped me figure out a lot of what I want to do with this channel. You guys requested this, but you also said, like, you like the fact that I try to break up the monotony between every day. I mean, yeah, we could do every single day a Neckbeard story, but the problem is I will eventually run out. I will eventually be posting faster than they're being written, and that's not fair to you guys. I like to have something new, something fun that I can share with all of you. Plus, when I'm not doing other shit, Neckbeard stories are fun, but I do other things, basically, is what I'm trying to say. In a very roundabout and kind of stupid way. I want to share that with you guys, too. Because you are my friends, and I like you guys. So, I'm going to try to do a little more stuff like that. I'm going to try and do some other things. Sorry about that. Hairs. It's a unicorn thing. I do actually have some stuff in the works, and doing these podcasts, and meaning I can put them out fairly regularly, means they come out better than the Neckbeard videos. Not better in terms of quality, but like more... better's not really the word, is it? More frequently? Or more closer to an accurate date? Let me explain it like this. When I record Neckbeard videos, I usually save up about 6 or 7 Neckbeard stories in a folder. And then one night, like tonight, I started doing it tonight. I come out, I read them all. I'll read them, record, read, bam, that's one video. Record, bam, that's two. Do them all. Usually not all 7. Like if I have 7 saved, every now and then I'll find 1 or 2 in that batch that's not so great. They're either not long or they're just kind of meh, and they're not, amazing. Because I get them from a bunch of different sources. Not just the stuff you guys send me on the subreddit, because 90% of the time, the stuff you guys send me on the subreddit is fantastic. Hell, I'd be willing to say 95% of the time, if not more. But, again, that's only like once every couple of days, or not days, a couple of weeks probably. So I have to pull from other sources, and that's fine. I'm not demanding that everybody who listens to this write a fucking neckbeard story. That'd be goddamn ridiculous. So it doesn't matter to me that I have to go to other sources, but the thing is, the way I record these stories is I do not read them before I record them. I want to be able to read them and react to them as accurately as possible. I want to give you an honest fucking reaction every single time I read them. So, I will at most read the title, and they are saved. And I don't read them until I come out here, pop them up on the big monitor, and we begin reading. That being said, they're all read in succession, and they are not uploaded in that order, or in any order. I pick out the neckbeard story that I think would be interesting on the day that it's time to upload a neckbeard story, and it goes up. That could be one from today. It could be one from 3 weeks from now. It could be one from a month before. So, they're not, I guess you could say, in any kind of chronological order. They just kind of are. These podcasts, on the other hand, are going to be more chronological, because I'm not going to record several of them in one sitting. I'm going to record one if I can, every time when I do neckbeard recordings, or when I can. And those will take priority of what gets uploaded in the every other day segment. Even if I have like a series going on in the every other day segment, like right now it's a mega boost, but I think I'm down to like 1 or 2 more episodes before that's over. This will probably interrupt that so that you can have this, and then it'll go back to what it is. Mainly because I want to use these not only as a way to talk to you guys about, shit that's going on, but also as kind of like a update to what's going on. So this is not just like Moonhorse Musings. This is also kind of like a podcasty update thing. That being said, I'm going to let you guys know what's coming up in the future. So, of course, there's always neckbeard stories. I want to do that. The biggest interaction, well, aside from, sending me stories to read, will be if you guys have any kind of requests for me to do other things. Now, I am in the process of trying to make a bunch of shit work. It's far more difficult to record certain things than I once thought. So, I'm fighting back and forth with some shit. But after the Omega Boost series is over, I actually do have, what do you call it? I do have another game series coming out. I have started recording episodes of New Vegas, and I would really like to share that with you guys, because I picked New Vegas mainly because there is, it's not all action purely. There's a lot of like wander around, explore. And in the times where I wander around, explore, I tend to talk to myself and, tell you guys stories and mutter weird nonsense because I'm a little crazy. So that is a thing that's coming. I need to work on this series a little more, but I actually have another series. So Enigma Naboo, our wonderful friend who does amazing things for this channel, and I can't thank enough, who actually sent me the awesome microphone you're hearing all this on, sent me another little surprise in the mail not too long ago. And it's a book It's I haven't told you guys this because I wanted to keep it under wraps until I could get further into the book. But it's really fucking hard because this book is boring as dirt. So he sent me a copy of Empress Teresa, and I'm gonna read through it like I did, like I did the 50 Shades book. Holy shit, it's a difficult read because, much like 50 Shades, there's whole chapters where just like, you know, it's fucking nothing. But the problem is with 50 Shades, where there are whole chapters where like it's just like nothing to talk about, where it's just like, here's the chapter, they fucked. That's it. That's the chapter. That's pretty much the entire chapter. With this one, it's like shit's happening, but it's so poorly explained that I really am having trouble putting it into words, because it's just like, I don't really know what I just read. I know I read it. I know those were words, but I have no idea what the fuck they mean. So I am going to try to get all that to you guys as soon as possible. I know I need to do... I've been way on hiatus about the last of the 50 Shades stuff, and honestly, I don't know if I ever want to go back to that. Not unless there's like a huge demand for it. It really sucked. It was boring as shit. But this book I am going to try to get through. It's hard, but I'm getting there. There's stuff that just doesn't make any goddamn sense, but I'm trying not to review it specifically. I'm trying to give you guys an update. So the other reason I'm a little frazzled and sound like I'm talking 90 miles an hour is today is, well, it's midnight now, so it's Sunday technically. It is Sunday the 6th. Tomorrow I have a very important appointment. Moonhorse is fine. Moonhorse is fine. The war rig is not. She got really bad. So I brought her in to have some maintenance done. Stuff I can't do because I don't have the tools for it. I needed to have like the bushings and stuff greased and the radiator flushed, and I don't have props. I can't get down like that. I just can't, crawl up underneath there like that anymore, and it's just... So I was like, there's this guy, he's a mechanic, I know him, he's a nice guy, I'm going to let him do the work. So I brought her over there, ran through the whole nine, this is what needs to be done, there's all this, there's all that. And he's like, okay. So he's like, just leave it here, I'll give it the rundown, we'll call you. So I was in the store, and he gives me this call. And he's like, I got some bad news and some good news. And I was like, okay, what's the bad news? And he said, well, you remember how I told you your radiator's gunked up? And I said, yeah. And he goes, your radiator's not gunked up. Your radiator is fucked. It's gone. You need a new radiator. The good news is it's about $150 to $200. So it's not the most expensive thing in the world. And he's like, I'm going to order it. This was on Friday that I brought her over there and had her dropped off. He's like, I'm going to order it. It'll be in Monday. First thing Monday morning. We'll swap it out, get working on it. We'll flush the whole system. Good to go. You'll be fine. The thing was, when he opened up one of the valves and started looking at it, he was like, it's this rusty shit. And he's like, the engine's old. And that immediately broke my heart. So I was scared. That's never happened to me before. So I was like, what does that mean? And he's like, well, that it's always going to look like that. When you flush the radiator, it's always going to be gross. No matter what, it's probably going to be this way for the rest of the life of the vehicle. And I was like, so how long is the life of the vehicle? Are we looking at like 6 months or like a year? And he's like, if you flush this every 3 to 4 years, like I'm telling you, this truck will outlive you. She ain't going nowhere. So that made me feel a lot better. That and the two mechanic guys, they're kind of younger guys. They know their stuff. They've worked on cars for some of my family members before, and they did good work. But they were like super impressed because it's got this old style, straight old style 6-cylinder big monster engine. And they were just like, oh, it's fucking awesome. They were all excited and shit. And he's like, don't be surprised if you come back and the thing's got a V8 in it. And I was like, I'd be really fucking happy. If you somehow managed to fit one in there, because that's a small little ass compartment. But if you could do it, shit, bro. And just packed his, my mom's car. My mom has a 2001 Civic, and that engine compartment is like just real jammed together. I've worked on it before, but then my sister's boyfriend has this van, and I think he's getting rid of it. But he popped the hood once, and he's like, "Can you change the spark plug cables?" And I looked in there, and I was like, "Bro, I don't even know where the fucking engine is in this thing." I'm like, I have never opened a hood and went, "What?" That was a first for me. It was just like, I don't know what I'm looking at. What the fuck is this? Of course, the only other time I've ever had that issue is when I helped G-Man fix some stuff on his work truck. Because he's got like a, I don't know, 2013 Nissan big, whatever the fuck their big pickup is. It's a big thing. I know that. It's big, and it's got like toolboxes and all kinds of shit on it. Because he installs alarm systems. He's really, really good. Super smart. And he's like, hey, I got to change the oil. I'm going to do this. And he's like, so just pop the hood. And I open the hood, and I'm just staring at the engine. He's like, is it nice? And he's like, what do you think? It's a nice engine, right? And I was like, I don't know what I'm looking at. Like, I feel like a caveman. I'm just looking at these new engines like, where be spark plug? Who am converter? Where air filter? I'm just like... You guys gotta understand, the newest vehicle I own is a 98 Mustang, and it's fucked right now. I have to do a lot of work on it. I have never owned anything from, this millennium. I've never owned anything beyond 2000. So whenever somebody's like, yeah, I got the Bluetooth in my things, I have power locks and windows. I got that. I don't know. I don't know what all this means. So it's weird because everything else is just like, everything else I have, I try to, advanced computers and all this other shit. Other computers I use run Linux, and it's like, yeah, you just code this and do that and do all that other stuff. And it's like, so what do you feel about Bluetooth in your truck? What? How? It have radio. Wherefore Bluetooth? Where you put Bluetooth, how it go in. I don't know. I'm just so used to old things. Also, my aunt has the thing now where you can do this. She has this fancy Buick something. I don't know. The Buicks all look the same to me at this point. A lot of cars kind of. I never thought I'd be that guy because I knew a lot about cars when I was younger, and now I'm just looking at cars and it's like that's a Nissan. Nissan what? I don't know. It's smooth. It's got 4 doors and 4 wheels. And it go fast. That I don't know what that means. Well, is it a Skyline or a 350Z? It's one of those. It's one of those, yes. It had the convertible roof. I don't know what that means. I don't fucking know new cars anymore. I don't keep up with that anymore. So because the big thing is I know I'm never gonna own one. I'm never gonna have a Lamborghini, and even if I did, it would just be you are expensive and probably never going to leave the garage because I cannot afford you. How did you get here? It would be less driving around the block in the $100,000 sports car and more, me sitting on a chair in front of it being like, tell me your story. How did you get here? Who brought you here? Are you a joke? I think this is a joke. You have cameras, don't you? Someone's watching me right now, waiting for me to fuck this up. I'm not... No. Somebody's fucking with me. There's no way that you're actually here. So, but yeah, getting back to my aunt's car, she has the computer, you press the thing and then you talk to whatever, and the computer does voice commands, and it's yeah, I'm afraid to put that in my truck because she's mean. She's really mean. I had that conversation with somebody because, I was worried about the damage, and they were just like, well, she's reliable. Yeah, she's reliable. She's tough. Oh, yeah, she's tough. Has good gas mileage. No, that's a lie. Don't you fucking believe that. It's a fucking 93 Sonoma. No, she does not. She's taking down gas like it's going out of style. She's like, you can afford more? No, I fucking can't. Would you stop? So yeah, I've always been afraid of, like, if you put stuff in there and then like the vehicle integrates and now it can talk like Knight Rider. It's like, yeah, except I won't get Kit. I'll get like Christine, except like a really sassy and mean Christine. I won't get like, well, my engine has this problem and this is what we're going to do to fix it, Michael. And I would get the ones like, I have a bad spark plug. Which one? Figure it out, fat ass. Look, if you don't stop, what are you going to do? What are you going to fucking do, unicorn boy? You want to go? All right. All right. You know what? Fuck you. No, it does not need to talk. And I'm also convinced that if you gave it autonomous powers, it would just, like, eat people. I'm not surprised by that in the least. I have scars all over my arm from where I tried to change the spark plugs a while back, and some genius at GM put the bottom of the master cylinder, which is made of steel, right next to the engine block, so when you pull the spark plug out, it rips a nice big hole in your arm. That was nice. Of course, GM also says I have an extended cab. It's a foot. You gave me an extra foot. And then you put folding seats in there as if, like, I'm supposed to be impressed. It's like, no, that makes it 4-seat. It's like, no, that makes it 2-seat and you put baby seats in the back. Like, okay, I realize it was the 90s, but did you have to do that much cocaine? I mean, for real. For real, though. It's... like, what is this? Stop. Stop that. Stop whatever you're doing. Yeah, this podcast has gone into, like, weird territory. This is what happens when I talk to myself. So, yeah, I hope you guys are going to enjoy the new things that are coming. I really do, because this, and I'm going to get, like, a little emotional on you. This has been the greatest thing I have started doing with my life. I will be honest. And it's not because of some kind of misguided bullshit about, like, I'm going to be a famous YouTuber. It's like, no, it's because I have awesome friends like you guys. And I know that sounds, typical YouTuber. Like, my fans are the best. It's like, no, you really are, though. Like, you guys are the best. And I stand in full support of that. I'll go even further, because a lot of YouTubers just be like, my fans are the best. I'm like, yeah, well, my fans are the best, and they can kick your fans' ass. How about that? Fuck off. Other people are just like, oh, but Markiplier says he has the best fans. Yeah, my fans are better. We drink more, and we'll fuck you up. How about that? Shit. You don't know. You don't know nothing. But I like your mustache, so it's fine. No, you guys really are fucking awesome, and you've helped out, like, in ways you cannot begin to understand. Like, okay, I have not had a severe depressive episode, to be completely honest, as of, like, I think, like, the January 20th. So we're not there yet, but I'm gonna go out just before this, because it's been a year. I've had no problems, no real breakdowns, in a fucking year. In fact, I cut a lot of negative shit out of my life because of you guys. I got rid of a bunch of people who were just toxic in my life. I got out of communities that were just fucking horrible. I put all that shit behind me and moving on to bigger and better things because of you guys. This has been one of the most amazing experiences in my life. So I know, like, again, the stereotypical YouTube thing where it's just like, this has been so great. It's like, no, for real, you have literally made me a better person. No fooling. Absolutely true. And I cannot fucking thank you enough for that. There are no words. I would, honestly, if I could, no shit, if I could, I'd say we could all hang out. We should party together. But I have no idea how the fuck we do that. Like, not a clue. But I would absolutely love it. Like, I would literally do one of those things where it's just like, because I know a lot of famous quote unquote YouTubers are like, I have my own convention. It's like, yeah, we're not having a convention. This isn't like Moonhorse Con. It's like, no, we're all going to get together at like a park and have a big ass barbecue. And we're just going to party. And that's it. That's what we're doing. There's no con. Nobody's making money. Bring your own fucking meat and beer. And we're just going to fucking hang out and be cool. Except I have no idea how I get all of you guys there. So I guess we're not going to do that. I kind of wish I could, because that really sounds awesome, to be honest with you. We'd break a world record and make the world's biggest pot of gumbo for everybody. Because that's fucking awesome. But yeah, I don't even know how we do that. But you guys really have like made my life better, and I really, really, really can't thank you enough for that. Holy shit, this has been amazing. Like, just to move away from the vagueness, I'll tell you guys a story. When I first moved in here, because this, as some of you may or may not know, where I'm living now was my grandparents' house. I inherited it, more or less. And when I first moved in, everything was fine for about 3 or 4 days. And then one night I was talking to Sango and Bubs and a couple of other friends, and I had one of the worst panic attacks I've ever had. I was terrified, and I didn't know where I was. And it went on for like an hour and a half. I was in my bedroom talking to them on my computer. Meanwhile, I'm like on the floor in the fetal position because I don't know where the fuck I am. I'm scared. I don't know what's going on. I was just terrified the whole time, just terrified. And they were able to talk me down from that and get me, back to normal. And I haven't had anything like that, like in a year. And I'm hoping it'll stay that way. And doing this has helped. I feel more relaxed, being able to talk to you guys. I feel more like it's not that I need a bigger channel or anything like that. It's just that I wanted someone to listen, someone to hear me, so that I don't feel so fucking alone. And and I try to be funny, I'm trying to be like the funny guy and be a comedian and shit like that, because I really like making people laugh and I like making people feel better. And you guys latched onto that and made everything better. And look, sorry, a little choked up. Moving away from my own issues. I know I said this in the video. The videos, the Legbeard stories about Mia. Okay. Seeing how many subs that I had amazed me, because I was like, I don't think anybody liked me that much. And then you guys do. Seeing how supportive and how open that you guys are starting to become, writing stories and talking to me, that's also amazing. And that's, I feel great about that. It's just like, this is great. I'm doing this and people like it and I'm happy for this. But I can safely say this. Those stories and the way you guys reacted, with all the support and the messages and the kindness that you showed, I have never been more proud of my friends. That fucking blew me away. I was really hoping that, there'd be people sending support, but the amount of support and like positivity you guys put into that, I might cry. Just, heads up. That was fucking incredible, you guys. That was like fucking amazing. I tried to express that in the other video, but then I also had stuff to read. But here specifically from me, that was goddamn amazing. I fucking love you guys, and that was so impressive that you guys banded together so well to help somebody who needed help, to talk to someone who needed to talk. And I've never been more proud of a community. You guys are awesome. And I want to encourage that mentality going forward. I want, we're funny, we read the neckbeard stories, haha, and, sometimes I'll work with people and be the haha funny, whatever. But never forget that sense of community, because it means a lot. I want you guys to be able to not just like, whatever the fuck I make, blah, who gives a shit about that. I want you to like each other. Make friends, do a whole thing. I try to encourage this more and more. Because you guys are fucking awesome. I have no words for how much I love you guys, so. I know, I'm getting all weepy and emotional. Just be thankful I'm not like really drunk, because then I would be. Like hanging on the microphone. I fucking love you all. Like, nah, it is really touching though. It's really touching, and you guys are fucking awesome. And that's why I encourage you to write your stories. They don't have to be funny. They don't necessarily have to be about neckbeards. If it's a story you want to tell, and you don't have, if you don't want me to read it, you just want to write it, you just want to get it out, that's fine. Just say that. Post that, put it in there, like, just, not for the channel or whatever, just, but always, don't hold negativity in. Don't hold that bad shit in. It can make you really sick. It can make you neurotic and crazy, and oh, fuck, did I learn that? And that's why I was an alcoholic. I held that shit in. It made me crazy. It broke me, but I'm getting better. I'm doing a lot better, and you guys helped a huge amount. So it means a lot to me. And honestly, this video's gone on for long enough. Let's let's end this here. Thank you all. Really. Thank you all. Not just for watching, but, for everything. But also thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy this. They're not as animated as some of my other videos, and, but it's a little more open forum. And I'll try to do these a little more. And I'll try to do streams sometimes. I don't know when or, how great they'll be, but, I'll try. And, if you do want to send me stuff, if you have a story, they don't necessarily have to be neckbeard stories. Any story, funny, weird, anything, you just want me to read it, send it to me. I'll read it. I don't have a problem with that. And, as usual, I got a Patreon, I'm selling shirts, all that kind of stuff. You got to make a couple bucks. It's how this whole crazy train keeps going. We do what we do. And, you know what, before we end this, let me address that real quick. I did get a few comments from a couple of people, if you're doing all this, how come you don't, do the YouTube monetization? I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. I would prefer if you guys donated to Patreon, if you can. There's no, obligation, or, bought stuff if you have the ability. No obligation again. I want it to be by choice. Over the way YouTube's monetization is. And even if I made enough, or had enough, whatever, to opt in for that kind of stuff, I'm not going to do it. because I don't like the way they treat people. I don't think YouTube's very fair to people. And until they can start trying to be fair, I really just don't want to do business with them. I know I'm on their platform, and I'm forced to be on their platform because their platform is their platform, and it's kind of the only one that has this kind of reach. But when it comes to, like, monetization, I don't want their money. The way they treat people is kind of shitty. The way they treat smaller creators is really shitty. I know there's 1,000,001 reasons they try to justify for a lot of things, but honestly, something that really caught me was when I first started a lot of this shit, when I had less than even 100 fucking subscribers, I would check this, and they would run ads on my video. I didn't put ads on my video, but they'd be there, and that kind of pissed me off. So it's like, so I'm good enough for you to make money off of me, just not good enough for you to pay me. So I can work for your ass for free, but you can't throw me a fucking dollar? That seems kind of shitty, bro. That just seems pretty fucking wrong. Right? I mean, I would... Look, I had some of you guys... Some of you are, you know, the amazing artists who make shit for this channel. But never have I, you know, put out, like, a thing where it's just, like, you know... Like I'm gonna pay you, but I don't. I don't ever do that shit. If... The fan art and the art that's done for this channel is all volunteer, and I love it. You guys are fucking amazing. I can't stress enough how much I love that. But I would never, ever put you under false pretenses and to make you feel like you have to do some kind of work for me or some shit like that. If at any point in time you want to draw something, that's fine. And if you're, you know, if you draw stuff and you're just like, I don't really feel like drawing Moonhorse stuff or whatever for a while or even ever again. Again, that's fine. I would never force you to do that. That would be shitty and horrible. That's fucked up. I can't, you know, I can't give you money, so how dare I fucking tell you you have to, or some shit like that. And that's what I kind of felt like with YouTube, where it's just like, I'm making this shit out of the goodness of my heart, and here come these motherfuckers who are just like, but give us money. It's like, but you didn't make it. You didn't do nothing. You own this fucking platform, but you didn't make this. So I can't even get anything for that. And I've seen the way they treat a lot of people. There's a lot of people who have, like, you know, channels removed for shit they didn't do and issues with, like, that kind of stuff. And that's why I don't want to do that. Even if I had, like, 1 billion subscribers tomorrow or some shit. I don't want that. And even if I do reach that, where they're just like, oh, but you can get the big silver play button. Yeah, you know what? Why don't you keep it? Once you take my play button, whatever the fuck it is, I don't know what the fuck you have to do to get one, but why don't you use the money, instead of making that shit, into fixing your fucking platform? I don't need a medal. I do this because I want to. You guys are doing this because you want the money, which is kind of fucked up. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. I was supposed to end this video. Again, sorry, but I will now. Thank you all for watching and, you know, enduring my weird rants between really emotional, sad times and really angry at YouTube times. Again, without a fucking guiding thread, I tend to go all over the place. But thank you for watching. It really means a lot. And I'll try to do more of these podcasts if you guys like them. I already did the thing. Links to all that good stuff with, you know, donate and shit. That's all down there. You can... It's all there. And I'll talk to you guys later. So, yeah. I love you all. And I mean that. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.